Shrader with Remax Real Estate 10.
And I'm Kim Swan with Mortgage Investors Group.
And today is Wednesday, July the 10th. It is also my dad's 77th birthday, so I got to give a shout out to my dad, although he'll never see it because he's not on Facebook. But we're going to give you our mortgage and market update today. Last week we were live with Lance Wampler of Modern Woodmen of America. So if you're in the need for a financial services person, I would definitely give Lance a call. But today we're going to kind of recap where we are at in the real estate market today. We are halfway through 2019, if you can believe that. So I'm going to look at kind of what we did in June and then what we have done year to date and compare that to where we were last year. But before I get into all that, then Kim is going to talk to us a little bit about where mortgage rates are and, kind of get you updated on THDA, hardest hit fund and stuff like that.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Interest rates are still really good, guys. I mean, they're like really low, probably the lowest I've seen them in several years. Referring about the THDA, that's our first-time home buyer loan. Now, you don't always have to be a first-time home buyer to qualify for that product. So sometimes if you have purchased in different counties, you'll be eligible, or if you've not owned a home in 3 years, you could come back and purchase in Hamblen County. So that interest rate right now, their regular rate is 3.875%. And that's so basically you're getting a 30-year fixed rate, no down payment loan at 3.875%, which is pretty good.
Pretty strong.
If you're a veteran, THDA is discounting the rate 0.5%. So with those, if you're a veteran, you can get 3.375%, which is, in my opinion, almost unheard of as far as what rates are for a 30-year fixed rate. As Amy was referring to, the hardest hit fund, that's a product that THDA has. Right now, it's in our area, it's only eligible for properties located in zip code 37813. And I think if you're from the Morristown area, I think that's to the right of the railroad tracks. I think that's what I've always been told is where 37813 is. So if you can find a property in that zip code, they're giving $15,000 to be used to make your down payment and pay your own closing cost, or make a larger down payment if your seller's paying your closing costs. That is projected to run out of money potentially maybe by the end of August. I think now they have about $1.84 million left in their funds, and from our understanding, when that money's gone, that program will be gone. They do have another product which is still 100%, but that $15,000 is a pretty good deal right now. So one thing that I did, I just took I looked at a 30-year fixed rate at around a 3.5, 3.6 interest rate. And again, that is a fixed interest rate. And then I just want to tell you guys, okay, so that's kind of our going rate right now, depending on your credit score and your loan amount. But I just upped that 1% just to see, okay, what's the difference between a 1% increase in the interest rate? And basically, on a $300,000 sales price, if you borrow $240 from 3.625 rate to 4.625, it would save you $139 a month. Just because the rates are 1% cheaper right now than what they have been probably this time last year. So, and of course, on that aspect, it does open you up, I guess, to buy a more expensive home, or you could, a house you might not have been able to afford at a 4.625 rate, you can maybe get more at the 3.625. Projections as far as rates, I mean, there's nothing right now saying they're going to be moving up. So, and I know the inventory has been lower for homes, but hopefully we can keep these rates down in our area to get more inventory, more homes for sale, and get it to where people can find homes to buy. So, but again, refinances, purchases, it's just a great time right now with the rates is what they are to purchase a home.
Yeah, and so if you've purchased a home in the past couple of years and your interest rate, is 4.25, 4.5, 4.75, it's definitely worthwhile to give your loan officer a call and say, hey, run some numbers for me. I recently refinanced my house. I had purchased it about 18 months ago. And at that time, FHA on their 30-year, if you had mortgage insurance, you had it for the life of the loan. So that's, I think it was like $88 that I had to pay every month on mortgage insurance. So I refinanced mainly to get rid of that payment and let that money be going towards my principal. And I think I had a 4.5
I think it was somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, so I went from a 4.5 on a 30-year FHA down to, I think it was 4% on a 15-year conventional fixed. So I didn't actually save money on my monthly payment because I did lower my term, but it was amazing to me. For just a little bit more a month, I would have my house paid off significantly quicker. So it's definitely worth giving Kim a call, let her run the numbers for you and see where you're at. All right, so to look at what has sold in Hamblen County, in the month of June, we had 54 homes that sold. They were on the market for an average of 85 days. So that's pretty strong. That means from the time they listed the house till the time they closed that house, it was less than 90 days.
Wow.
So if you're thinking about selling your home, 2 to 3 months being on the market and having it over and done with is pretty aggressive. The average sales price for June was $176,100, which is up from where we have been traditionally by about $20,000. So June of last year, there were 65 homes sold. So there were more homes that closed last year, but we had more inventory last year. The average days on the market last June was 93, and then the average sales price was $149,500. So the higher price is kind of indicative of the fact that we have a lower inventory. Sometimes when you list a house, you're getting multiple offers, so people end up paying above list price, to get that particular home. Year to date, so far in 2019, we've had 345 homes that have sold in Hamblen County. The average days on the market was 106. So again, you're looking at just a little bit over 3 months. And the average sales price was $159,12. Now, if we compare that to where we were for the first 6 months of last year, there were 357 homes that sold. Average days on the market was 108, so that's about the same. And then the average sales price was $156,208. So that's, kind of in line. We did have a little bit more in sales last year than this year. Again, inventory is the problem there. And then I went back and pulled 2017 because 2017 was, not the greatest of years. We hadn't really got back into the swing. So in 2017, there were only 331 homes that sold in the first 6 months of the year. The average days on the market was 125, and the average sales price was $151,500. Basically. So, as you can see, kind of the average sales price around here, when I first started in real estate, it was like $130,000. So the average sales price is increasing, but the time on the market has come down significantly. So, and just to kind of give you an idea of where we're at inventory wise, right now, if you're looking for a house below $125,000, which there's not a lot of them out there that are going to be move-in ready, I can tell you that. There's only 32 of those homes in Hamblen County on the market. Last month, we sold 11 homes that were priced under $125,000. So when you look at, how many months of inventory do we have, in that price range, we only have 3 months. So that's usually indicative of a seller's market. If you're less than 4 to 5 months on the market, less than 4 and 5 months of inventory, then it's seen as a seller's market. Houses between 125 to 250,000, there's 75 of those on the market, which sounds like a lot, but we sold 37 in that price range last month. So we only actually have 2 months of inventory there. If nobody else listed a house in that price range, we would sell all those houses within the next 2 months. So 250 to 350,000. There's 25 of those on the market. We sold 7 last month. So again, you have about 3 months worth of inventory. Houses that are over 350K, that's kind of considered the luxury market for our area. We have 38 of those on the market right now, and we had no sales in that price range for last month. So we've got quite a bit of inventory in that, and that's usually going to be like, a farm, a house that has some acreage, lake homes, houses in the lake subdivisions. So there's a little bit of inventory backup on that. So, but that kind of gives you an idea of where we are in the market. So if you're looking to buy a house, it's very important that you are pre-approved before you go out and look for a house. I've had a couple of buyers that I have been working with, and I tried to tell them that ahead of time. You know, be ready to jump if you find a house you like, because otherwise you're going to miss out on it. And it's not really a market where you can say, well, we want to think about it, or, you know, well, we want to go look at 2 or 3 more houses this weekend. You're going to lose out. I had a guy that had emailed me Friday, and he gave me a list of like 5 or 6 houses, and he was like, you know, we want to go see these Wednesday of next week. So I go to schedule them yesterday. Of those 6 houses, 2 are still available.
Wow.
2. So, you know, if you're looking for a house, you really can't dilly-dally. If something comes on the market that fits your criteria, you need to make an appointment the same day to go look at it, because they're going quickly. But all right, well, that is all of our time for today. We will be back next Wednesday at noon, so please be sure to watch. And we're probably going to have another contest coming up next week, so be sure you watch and follow the contest rules on that. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.